sky. Cold winds whipping down the alley at dawn, and the morning papers fly. Dead men lying by the side of the road with the daylight in their eyes. Don't let me bring you down. It's only castles burning. Find someone who's turning, and you will come around. Blind man running through the light at night with the answer in his hand. Come on down to the river slide, you can really understand. The red lights flashing through the window in the rain, can you hear the sirens hum? The white plane floating in the gutter in the lane, and you're walking home alone. Please don't let me bring you down. It's only castles burning. Find someone who's turning, and you will come around. Don't let it bring you down. It's only castles burning. Just find someone who's turning, and you can come around. Hi there, pluckers. I'll have a Saw Fingers again with you with hopefully another interesting little ditty for you. It's a classic song from Neil Young, of course, and Don't Let It Bring You Down. Okay, now then, I don't do many songs in alternative tuning, but this one has to be in to get the right sound and alternative tuning, and I believe it's called C open tuning with a top E string tuned down to C. Okay, so all these strings are detuned, they're all loosened off, so there's no tightening of any strings, they're all loosened off, so you can't really damage anything. Okay, so the tuning is, you're obviously going to need an electronic chromatic tuner for this, I believe. Okay, probably the best way around it. But the notes are bottom E down to, from E down to C. The A string goes down to a G note. The fourth string goes from D down to C. The G string goes from G down to F. And the B string goes from B to A. And the top E string goes right down to C. So you've got C, G, C, F, A, C. And I'll just play those one at a time for you, so you can hopefully see if it's the same as yours when you've done it. Right, so the song itself, relatively straightforward, some slightly unusual chord shapes, obviously with this tuning. The first chord you need for the intro is, it's like a D chord, but you leave off the second finger, top E string open, and you hit all 6 strings. It's like a D5, I think we could call this, I suppose. Okay. The second chord is a straightforward C chord to start with, but you need to mute the bottom E string. You don't really want the bottom E string involved, so I rest my thumb on it. Bottom E string muted, yeah? So you've got, so the first 2 chords are, so you strike the C from 5 downwards, okay? So it's, and then you've got dun, dun, and then an upstroke on C major 7th shape by taking that first finger off. Okay, so now you've got, okay, got that. The second phrase is very similar. Starts off with a D, with a second chord is this. Okay, it's the first finger on the first fret of the second string, as it was with the C. Okay, but my third finger and pinky are playing the bottom E string and fifth string on the third fret. The rest of the strings are open. Okay, so you got okay, and it's the same sort of rhythm, but and you do the same thing. You go, you take that first finger off. Okay, this chord is something like an F6 sus2, I believe. Okay, and then you take off that first finger. Okay, so the two together, and you play that whole round, the whole thing twice, the whole sequence twice. Okay, so. Some people, when they play that F6 sus2, they mute the fourth string by just resting that second finger on the fourth string. They don't fret it, you're just muting it. So it's up to you whether you do that or not. I don't personally, but you can do if you want. I find that tricky. Sometimes it frets automatically, and so I tend to leave it off. Okay, just like that. So once again, very slowly, the intro. And we go straight in with that D5 again, the D with the top E string open. Old man sitting by, old man sitting by the side of the road with the. And then the second chord is same chord, same fingering, but you take that shape up to the fifth and sixth frets. Fifth fret of the third string, sixth fret of the second string. So just keeping the same chord, move it up 3 frets. Okay. Again, open fifth, open fourth. I'm not generally playing the bottom E string. I suppose you could, but it depends what I like the sound of. Okay, so it's old man sitting by the side of the road with the lorries rolling by. That's sort of a D minor 7th chord, I believe. Okay, and then again you take it up 2 more frets. So I'm now on the 7th fret with the 3rd string and the 8th fret with the 2nd string. So old man sitting by the side of the road with the lorries rolling by, blue moon sinking by the way of the load. Okay, so that's 3 chords together. That's this chord is something like a D sus4, I think. Okay, so that old man sitting by the side of the road with the lorries rolling by. Now comes the really tricky bit. We've got a B flat, okay, and it's played like this, well, the way I'm playing it anyway. So it's like first finger, 6th fret of the 2nd string, top string is open, leave the top string open, 2nd fret of the, 2nd string on the 6th fret with the 1st finger, the 3rd string is on the 7th fret with the 2nd finger, and then I'm playing the 3rd finger and pinky on the 8th fret of the bottom E string and 5th string, leaving the 4th string open. Should sound like that, okay? So these 2 fingers are on the 8th fret of the 3rd finger and pinky, 8th fret of the 5th, 6th string and the 5th string, open 4th string, 7th fret of the 3rd, 6th fret of the 2nd, open top E. Okay. So there's 2 beats on that one. So it's 4 beats on all the others, like old man 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, and then we go down to an A minor 7th. And the way I play this is basically to move these third finger and pinky down a fret, so that becomes on the 7th fret of the bottom E and the 5th string, and I bar the first 4 strings with my first finger. So that's barring the first 4 strings on the 5th fret, first finger. These two are on the 7th fret of the 6th and the 5th string. It should sound like that. It's a form of A minor 7. So you've got D, 4 beats, D5, 2, 3, D minor 7, 4, D sus 4, 2 on B flat, 2 on A minor 7th, and then it repeats all over again. Okay, so let's take that right from the beginning, very, very slowly. Okay, 2 lots of intro. Old man sitting by the side of the road when the lorry's rolling by. Balloons sinking from the weight of the load and the buildings stretch the sky. Repeat the whole thing. Cold wind whipping down the alley that door and the morning paper flies. Dead man lying by the side of the road with the daylight in his eye. Don't let it bring you down. Right, so you do 2 lots of that verse, all the same to play, different words, okay? And when you come around to the 2nd A minor 7th, so it goes, the last line of the verse, where it's daylight in his eye, don't let it bring you down, is a G chord. And the way we're playing that is first finger, 3rd fret of the 2nd string, the B string, top E string open, 3rd string open, 4th string open, and the pinky and 3rd finger are playing the 5th fret of the bottom E string and the 5th string, the A string. Should sound like that. That's on down. Don't when it goes. Don't let it bring you down. On down, it's that G chord. Okay, so it goes. Given the B flat, it goes. And daylight, A minor 7 is eyes. Don't let it bring you down. And then it goes down, it's only castles burning, and you go down, repeat the same shape, but down on the 1st and 3rd frets. 1st fret of the 2nd string, this is this F6 sus that we played in the intro, and these 2 fingers on the 3rd fret of the 5th string and the 6th string. 4th string open, 3rd string open, top E string open. Okay, that's the one we played in the intro again. F6 sus 2. Okay, so don't let me bring you down. It's only castles burning. Find someone who's E minor. 2 fingers, the way I play it. 2nd fret, bottom E string, 2nd fret, 5th string. All the other strings open. You can make it as E minor 7th by adding your pinky to the 2nd fret of the 4th string, if you like that sound better. I prefer it with just the E minor, but if you like E minor 7th better, put that pinky on the 2nd fret of the 4th string. Okay, whichever you like best. Okay, and then it goes back turning, and you will come around back to the intro again. Okay, so then we go into, we do 4 lots of intro, or 2 lots of round, two rounds of intro, like we did just on the beginning of the song. And then it goes into another verse, which is exactly the same to play with different words as the first verse. Then we do another chorus again with a don't let it bring you down. And then I'll show, we'll go through all that, and I'll show you how the outro figures out. Okay, so right from the beginning, we'll play the whole thing. Intro, first verse, chorus, intro again, verse 2, chorus 2, and then I'll show you how it finishes. Okay, so right from the beginning, okay, slowly. Old man sitting by the side of the road, and the lorries rolling by. Blue moon sinking from the cradle load, and the buildings touch the sky. Cold wind whipping down the alley at dawn, and the morning paper flies. Dead man lying by the side of the road with the daylight in his eye. Don't let it bring you down. It's only castles burning. Find someone who's turning, and you will be trucking around. Blind man running through the light of the night with the answer in his hand. Come on down to the riverside where you really understand. Red lights flashing through the window and the rain. Can you hear the sirens moan? White cane lying in the gutter in the lane, and you're walking home alone. Don't let it bring you down. It's castles all burning. Find someone who's turning, and you will intro come around. Don't let it bring you. So there's a bit of a stop. It stops on that last intro. Becomes a quick strum on the D5. Very small gap. Pause, and then don't let it bring you back to the D chord again, D5. Don't let it bring you down. It's only castles, the G chord again, burning. Just to find E minor who's turning, and you will come up. And then we do some harmonics round. Okay. All that is basically I'm using my third finger. You can use whichever finger you're most comfortable with. You lay it, just rest it on the strings, don't push down, just rest it on the strings, all 6 strings, above the 7th fret, right over the top of the 7th fret. You do a quick strum and release the finger. So you strum and then take the finger off, yeah? And you do exactly the same thing on the 12th fret. And then repeat, 7. Alright, so I mean you can do a quick stroke if you like. And 2 of those, and then I just like to, he just stops there, but I like to do the D5 with an upward sweep near the bridge somewhere. You finish it however you want, okay? So there you have it, boys and girls. So that's the ending. So we just go through the ending again. So it goes 2 lots of the intro, 2 lots around. Don't let it bring you D5 down. It's only castles burning G. That's from E minor, turning. It's harmonics, and you will come around. Sorry, but I get it right. And then something like that. So there you have it, boys and girls. My take on "Don't Let It Bring You Down" by Neil Young in alternative tuning, as he does it. So you'll be able to play along with his recordings if you would like to play it like this. It should match his playing on the recordings, okay? So there you have it. Bye for now. Enjoy, and I'll see you in the next lesson.